ShadowCast Austin. I'm your host, Jeffrey Lord, followed by
Daily South
and Zoe Sol.
And perk 'em up, Zeph. We're ready for a show.
Perk 'em up. And
all right.
Welcome back to ShadowCast Austin. We are on episode
5.
Oh, that's unlock your drink. I'm so sorry. Did your tea get all over you?
Oh, yes, my
It
tea.
did. I apologize.
My tea's everywhere.
She just spilled the tea, ladies
what I
and
do.
gentlemen. Hey, you guys, I can little bit do but it's still better.
She's got mini ha-ha-ha right
It's
now.
still better when I...
Why?
So, anyways, hi everyone, welcome back.
God.
So how was everyone's week? Week? You know,
What
yeah.
day is it
Zeph,
anymore?
how was your week?
All the days blending together.
It's Wednesday, therefore, okay. Yes.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
That pretty much sums it up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty
I
much.
feel
Anyway.
like that explains it perfectly.
We went, guys, it's the pandemic and we're starting to lose our bunkers here, so hi everybody!
We're right there. We're right in it.
We're right in the middle of all y'all.
Yeah. I don't know what else has happened this last week. I'm getting a pool installed. That's
You
fun.
are. Excitement!
So that's fun.
I've been-
what about you?
Really, I just returned back to work after, a little, extension of the break and such, and that was really nice, but, getting back to work and, like, having things to do around the house, I'm like, this is nice. And then I'm, like, doing work, I'm like, oh, I have to take out the trash now. So we're normally like, all right, trash, blah, blah, gardening, this and this, and then I'm just
Gave you more of a
working.
schedule again.
Yeah, more of a
That's
schedule,
cool.
and, like, I'm able to, like, my insomnia, my depression, anxiety has gone down quite a bit. Given the circumstances, ever since I got my puppy, I've been my mental health has been absolutely wonderful.
Good.
Given the circumstances of 2020, screw 2020, but everything else for me, my life is going perfect. I got you guys, I have a wonderful boyfriend, I have a puppy, I have amazing landlords, I'm on top of
Cloud
the world.
9.
I wouldn't say cloud 9. I like
Cloud
to say
7?
7.5.
Okay, that's pretty up there.
Yeah.
That's pretty high on the cloud scale.
And Zoe's
Yeah.
been working on her
Yeah.
business
Like a
ventures.
lot,
Whole
but I'm
lot,
actually super
yes.
excited for it. So, starting a business with a friend of mine in San Diego, who is also very witchy. She is much more of the heathen persuasion, and it's called House of the Wildling. So we are going to be selling like witchy items,
Yes.
all kinds of witchy goodies, and then also we're going to be doing courses. So we're going to start a course on Persephone starting in September.
So be on
we'll
the
give you more
lookout for
information
that.
about
That's
yeah.
going to be awesome.
Yeah, we'll be doing shadow work. So good fun stuff.
That's actually a huge thing on TikTok right now. I've been looking at. By the way, everyone, don't forget we have a TikTok, a Coven TikTok, and you can follow us at ShadowCast Austin on TikTok and
Oh, that's
ShadowCast, yeah, ATX.
ATX.
ShadowCast.
Well, on TikTok it's ShadowCast Austin. Austin spelled out.
Oh,
For
okay.
a show, it's
Okay.
ATX. But yeah.
In case you didn't know, ATX stands for Austin. It's not pronounced ShadowCast.
Yeah.
Welcome
my
to
gosh.
ShadowCast X!
And I'm drinking tea out of what is this again? A flower vase?
No,
It's a
that's
sake.
The
sake.
sake picture.
It just looked cool, so I grabbed it.
Okay.
So yeah. And I just planted a whole bunch of lavender.
My
in your
father's
garden.
ashes are in there.
Well, hello.
Zeph over here with the dead bodies again.
Yes.
It's delicious.
Yes.
So,
So-
this episode, we're actually going to be talking about spell ritual jars.
Yep.
We actually went out yesterday and collected some items from the woods, and we
That
had
was fun.
We had a really nice day. It
Isn't it fun?
rained,
'Cause I've
which
never done
didn't
this
stop
before.
us. We
Nope.
actually love the rain, so walking through the forest in the rain was really nice.
Yes.
It felt good. It was nice and cool.
Yeah, nice and
and like,
refreshing.
And we got a nice wild swim on in the river before Zoe's next tattoo session. So
yeah,
Got
I'm
one more
getting my
swim
back
in.
tattooed, and it's covering my whole back. And I got a session done last month, so I couldn't swim for a little bit. And so I'm getting my second session. My next session is Friday, so
And she's
no
just.
swimming for a little bit after that.
And now she's just about to get a pool, and the jacuzzi just got fixed.
Yeah,
So we're like,
so,
yeah.
I
and so he's
mean,
like,
can't
but
go in the water.
it's
and I
gonna
got
be
fucking
warm
water,
for a
baby.
long time, and the jacuzzi will be good in the winter and
Yeah,
fall and the
exactly.
winter too. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's a year-round thing. And I mean, you'll be so good at Wim Hof by then that we'll be able to swim in the winter too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, which brings us to the other thing. We're going to talk a little bit about our Wim Hof experience.
Yes.
And then also a little bit about self-care right now during these crazy times, because right now it's just, I know it's up and down for all of us, and we all we need to be practicing self-care in whatever form that takes.
Yes.
So I think we'll all kind of touch on how we do that
Yes.
personally and share that with you.
Yeah.
So we're going to take a little break, but Jeffrey, what do you say?
I think the viewers at home should come with us on our adventure into the Witchwood.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we filmed a little vlog yesterday while we were hiking and gathering all of our supplies and some of us swimming.
Yeah. I mean, it was the four of us for a while, and then like Zoe disappeared for a moment.
What we're gonna see
It was
where
kinda
Zoe
weird.
vanished off to.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Because that was really strange. Because we're like, hey,
Yeah.
Zoe, where'd you go? Like, immediately.
Zoe just
like,
vanished.
It was just bam. You're like, oh, wait, I need something to do. I'm like, okay, cool.
Are you pooping?
And then we heard something, and we turned around, and she was gone. And we're like, wait, what?
So we're gonna see what happened to Zoe, as well as all the items that we picked up in the woods,
Wait.
as well as our swim.
Were you pooping?
We'll find out.
Stay tuned, folks, and we'll come
be
back,
right back.
in just a moment. What? Were you really pooping?
Yeah, I was pooping. Hi.
Hey, everybody! So we're in the Witchwood, and where are we gathering again?
We're going to be gathering items for spell jars and also just general spell casting. We, being fairy witches, we like to gather natural items, stones, dried flowers, dried plants, not dried flowers and plants, just items in nature that speak to us, and we're going to gather them in our little cauldron and bring them back so that we can do spell work with them.
Oh my god!
Nature. How cute is that?
Aw, cute.
That is adorable. I have no idea. But it's oddly shaped, and I like it.
I know, it is so pretty.
It's so pretty.
Love you.
I love this.
Yeah, it's okay. Look. What?
Look at this thing.
I want it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, friend.
Hey guys, wait, where's the cauldron? I have this.
I knew you were gonna go for that. I was like, Jeffrey's gonna
It's
have that one.
it's dead stuff. Look at the cactus over there. It's so beautiful. Oh dear. Look how it's dead and then
Look how it's dead. Look at that, it's so
Yeah,
beautiful.
and
How
alive.
it's dead. Look at this orange peel, how beautiful it is that it's dead.
Look at it.
Oh, hey, you guys. So I
What?
need to go do something. So I'm gonna leave the cauldron right here,
Okay.
Okay.
and I'll be right back. You know, just hang out, do your thing.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Maybe she has to pee.
Oh, she probably has to be. So I really like the stuff that we got and everything.
Yeah, we did get some cool stuff.
Hey, where did she go? Zoe? Zoe? Okay, so it's been a while. Zoe!
Oh.
What?
Oh my gosh. Glad I took care of that. Hi guys. Thanks. Just had to take care of some things. All right, let's go to the river.
What the?
Right.
That's your wife. That is your wife.
I know, I
I've
love it.
learned to not ask.
Where'd she go?
She does this thing. I don't know.
Oh, she does this thing?
She does this all the time.
Amazing. Oh, look at this tree. Whoa!
I feel like
I love those. They look so great. You want to come and be in our
I want this little guy.
Okay, whoever does sit in there.
Sorry.
Cute.
Oh, wait, did you just pick what I picked?
guys, a turtle.
Oh my god! Oh, shit!
Let's go. We hope you enjoyed our really exciting hike yesterday. It's actually been a long time since we all went on a nice hike through the woods, and
Yes.
especially wild swimming was really important to do
That
because
was great.
it's the last time Zoe can really swim before her big long tattoo no swimming break. So it was a lot of fun, and this is actually the cauldron of the items that we collected.
We brought a
And we brought a cauldron. And so it's literally just items that we were drawn to for some reason. We thought were extra beautiful or just kind of pulled us in.
Like dead stuff.
He loves dead stuff, so there is a lot of dead stuff in here. Why is there a phallic-shaped item in my face? And there's some moss from our waterfall.
I love
and
this one.
Yeah,
Oh, this is that
This
felt
is the one we,
piece.
yeah, it's like a
Moss,
felty.
moss. Oh, here's the moss. Found the moss.
Whoa.
I
well, there's
found
two
the
types of moss. There's the
Dang.
yellow moss that Zoe
Isn't that
found,
cool?
and then
Yeah.
there's the moss from the actual waterfall. So the yellow moss and then the green moss. But
There's
yeah,
a
there's a
lot
lot
of
of really pretty stuff in here.
There's a lot of stuff
And we're
in
just
here.
gonna we're probably gonna
Some
use some of
wheat.
these. Yeah, some wheat.
Wheat
Wheat
for Bridget.
for Bridget.
There's
We're
some-
gonna use some of these for our spell jars, and then the rest of the stuff we'll probably use for a ritual later on. Because I doubt we're gonna shove all this into one jar.
Well-
we don't even know what this is. This could be poisonous, and yet it's going in my hair.
It's in your hair now. There we go.
Thank you, Jeffrey.
You're welcome.
You look like a fae queen.
Oh, do I? Because I have one twig in my
Yes. Oh, here's that branch that was like
ain't
completely
nobody's
silver.
queen.
You ain't a queen no more.
I ain't, thank
Yeah.
God.
You gotta go get your own shit.
I mean, I don't know about going that
There
far.
you go.
Let's
By
not
the
be
end
too
of this
hasty.
episode, Daily will
Stop.
What's happening?
He's putting everything in my hair.
be. I am.
Daily is the spell jar.
You are
Oh,
the spell
God.
jar this evening, my dear.
Daily, you are the oracle for which we birth our spell work from the loins.
You birth my
Of
loins.
From our loins.
From our loins. Why is that such a funny word?
loins.
From our loins.
From our.
Like, I feel like I can
So
just...
speaking of loins, we're gonna discuss a little self-care tips today.
Yes.
Um,
So about self care and everything. I'm very open about my own depression, anxiety, and everything, and my, I'm gonna be very honest with you viewers at home. Last year I attempted suicide. I was in a very dark place. But because of my coven here and some of my other close friends elsewhere have really helped me come out of that pit of despair is what I like to call it. You know?
He likes to call it.
But no, like,
As
you
it's
know,
affectionately
with mental
known.
health and self-care through the craft is what I see it as is that, I realize I have an ability with tarot readings. And when I do readings and such for people, it's just like for my clients, I've really found out that I'm healing others. And then I realized I'm like, well, if I wasn't here, I wouldn't be able to offer that healing anymore to anyone. So I realized that when you're doing readings is that you want to go ahead and make sure that you prep yourself and then afterwards take care of yourself. Make sure you're eating, make sure you're hydrating. That's a really big thing. But also your mental capacity of everything, like your psyche and everything. Just like make sure that you meditate and you do things that make you happy, that are a lot of fun. Like I like to play video games. I like to chat with you guys. make silly Coven TikToks, anything, and adventures, and also playing with my puppy. And then, speaking of adventures, what I really like to do is sometimes I'll just get in the car, I'll turn on music for a couple hours, and I'll just drive around town on the highway for a couple hours. And you've been on a few with me, and it really calms me down to a state of mind where I'm at ease and I'm at peace. And I just like to say that, because of everything from last year, I'm no longer where I was. So, and it's really big for me to say something like this publicly, to say that I am a suicide survivor. I am no longer at that point in my life anymore, and I really do have you guys to thank. So, yeah, I'm trying not to cry right now. So, yeah.
We're glad you're here.
Yeah.
The world needs you.
Thank you.
It needs a Jeffrey.
All right.
I'm gonna decorate. I need you guys.
I'm gonna decorate your head more so it makes me happy, just like Yodi.
Poor Yodi. So yeah. I mean, for me, like, I had a bad 2008. Like, my 2018 was your 2019. I feel like.
Yep.
And so I had to kind of learn a lot of self-care tips as well, and that's actually when I discovered Wim Hof. It was right after Iceland. When I went to Iceland, I started seeing people offering cold therapy classes, and I was like, what the heck is this? This looks interesting. These people are swimming in glaciers, and this was before I knew who Wim Hof was. And so I get home and I start Googling cold therapy, and of course, the first thing that pops up is him, and I'm like, who is this guy, this Iceman? And so I started practicing the breathing techniques at first, and then kind of doing cold baths and things like that. And I was like, this is absolutely incredible. It's actually making me feel better. Like, every day my mood is more stabilized. I feel healthier. I have more energy. And it was really something that kind of helped pull me out of that bad place. And then with you guys and helping me kind of move in a better direction for my life and make decisions for myself that I probably wouldn't have been able to make on my own, I was able to kind of go in a direction that was healthier for me. And so now the little things in life are what make me feel better. Like, if I wake up and I'm feeling really anxious or I'm feeling really depressed, I'll go out to my garden, I'll collect some herbs, I'll go searching for old birds' nests, which is my new weird obsession that I have. I don't know what's happening.
They're
but
so
how many do you
cool.
have
Birds.
now?
I have two birds'
But you have
nests.
4 eggs.
2 birds' nests and 4 old eggs that didn't hatch, and I don't know, I just love finding them, and I love collecting them. And
my favorite thing about the nests that you've found, you have found that the birds have collected bits of your silver hair.
Bits of my hair, bits of my dog's hair.
Yes.
The most recent nest I found,
crazy.
the hair that was in the most recent nest I found was a lot of different colors, so that means that they collected hair from everyone in my house throughout the last year. There was long red hair, there was blonde hair, there was long black hair, and it was
you can see all the different colors you've had. And
so it's a little mini time capsule in this nest, and
so neat.
And then my dog's hair is right in the middle, and so it's just really fascinating. And I found myself feeling very calm on those days where I was just kind of crafting with these little bits of nature, or making tea, just with nothing but fire and my herbs, and I was just like, how could something so simple cause so much, or make so much of a difference in my mental health?
Yeah.
Because people, they think, oh man, my mental health is so bad, I need medication, I need, heavy therapy, and sometimes, that helps a lot, and
It does.
I have seen a therapist, and I have tried medication, but it was just so cool to be able to say, oh, but these little simple things that people wouldn't necessarily think of, are helping me. Sitting in an ice bath for 2 minutes has saved my life.
Gardening all the time.
Gardening,
yeah. Exactly.
Well, I think you guys are hitting on 2 really important things that I think as human beings we look for, and that one of them is meaning, and the other is connection. And both
we're having a lot of connection.
I have no idea what I look like right now, so
you look beautiful.
You actually look really good. I'm jealous of this headpiece.
Oh, bitch.
You always look good.
I was jabbing him because he said you actually look good. You always look good.
You always look amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, the whole finding ways to reconnect with yourself and really like connecting with nature is a super powerful way.
Yeah.
And that for me is like, that's been the thing through this quarantine that has kept my head on straight, is like the hiking and the wild swims and the like starting a garden. All of that stuff has been huge in helping me. So it's like, I'm actually an introvert by nature.
Same.
I'm an introvert who likes people. Like, I really enjoy people, but after spending time with people, I get very drained and I need to like go and like just be away.
Just so everyone is clear, I'm the extrovert of all of them.
Yes.
Extreme extrovert.
So,
Okay,
yeah.
but I feel like I used to be an extrovert, and then all of the many years of like hosting events and having to be super extroverted, I just like, and I'm done, and I'm over it.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
But like spiritually speaking, I think with us like, you know, starting our gardens and everything, this has really helped us a lot. You know, just especially like during the pandemic. Even if there wasn't a pandemic going on, like spiritually connecting with nature itself, I think has really helped.
I've
us
noticed that a lot of
going
people
through everything.
around the world are going back to nature. It's not
Well,
just
and
us.
honestly,
it's a lot of people.
I like, at the risk of sounding however it sounds, and I've talked about this before. I don't know if I've talked about this on ShadowCast yet, but I feel that like on an energetic level, on a spiritual level, on an earth level, something's happening where the earth and the consciousness of the earth is basically like, listen, you haven't been listening. Humanity has been just go, and we work ourselves to death, and we're disconnected from our bodies, we're disconnected from the earth, we're polluting the earth. I mean, so this pandemic, and I don't at all want to like discount how awful it is for a lot of people, so in no way am I like downplaying that. My heart goes out to people who are actually in real suffering from this.
Yes, exactly.
However, one thing that it's done is it's forced the world to stop and pause, and everywhere people are reevaluating their beliefs, they're reevaluating their lives, they're looking at how they've been living their life and realizing that maybe there's another way, that maybe there's a better way. And I know that's true for me. I have anxiety. That's one thing that I have, and I have, you know, and I work through it, and I've managed to work through it over the years. But one thing I've noticed is like, I have lived in a perpetual state of like low grade stress and like gotta move, gotta get to the next thing, and that has a lot to do with like you being in the event and entertainment industry. It's like you're always running and you're always going, and if I did stop, I felt like something was wrong. Like I could feel this like, okay, what's the next thing?
Yeah.
Like I didn't know
you're
how
gonna
to
run out of
stop.
time.
Run out of time. Like
Oh.
always rushed.
I just have to say real quick, I'm getting really emotional.
Why are
over
you
this
crying over here?
Because I
like turn over and I'm like, what's happening?
I'm sorry.
Is
I'm
my
sorry,
hair that
guys.
amazing?
yes.
It is.
No, I just really have to say real quick is that
Give me my alcohol back.
it's really hurt us a lot with this pandemic, and the reason we wanted to touch base on this mental health because it's really impact a lot of people with this stuff, and I really just want everyone to know that with our Coven, we really do feel for everybody, and we've even lost, I mean, especially me, I've lost 3 of my own friends to this, and just reconnecting with nature itself and just kind of taking a moment to pause, it's really put a heartfelt moment on this world to kind of make us realize like there's a bigger picture here, there's a huge importance here. So yeah, I'm sorry
No,
sorry
it's
guys.
okay. Don't apologize.
Like,
There's
what's
a
happening
lot
over here?
there's a
What's
lot
happening?
there's a lot that we've all gone
apologize.
through, and
It's-
we just want to know that everyone that we've really definitely felt for you. We do.
So for how
This
do
is the
you-
emotional episode. Hi.
Hey.
How do you practice self-care, Zeph?
I
Squirrels.
have a few squirrels. I have a few things that I really enjoy. I like to, when I wake up in the morning and I pour myself a coffee, I do a pour over, and it's kind of like a ritual for me, and the pour over process takes like 10-15 minutes, and it's a great time for me to get really quiet and very present with the emotions, and it lets me be with myself, and that's like a really nice personal time that I get to enjoy. And then I could take the coffee, and lately we've been going out into our backyard garden, and I found this wonderful little sapling. And next to the sapling, there's a water fountain that Jeffrey gifted us. And I adore that water fountain. I think it has completed that space that it now occupies with that sapling. And then if you look at the sapling, you look up, trees have branches that perfectly arch over the sapling, and it's
so
like
pretty.
Perfect, and
I'm
it's
looking
just
at it right now.
it's like a cathedral of nature. And
So it's basically like daily morning rituals. I mean, reconnecting with nature and getting you through that. And then also just your own thing about like realizing where you were and where you are today. And just, overall, it's just, we just want everyone to know that you do mean something to this world, even if everything seems like it's at its darkest. I was there last year. Daly was there before the year. And look at us. Look where we are now. I mean, we now have this TV show that we really do think that is helping a lot of people out there, and we're just moving forward in life and taking it as it is. The universe has so many things for us, and damn that universe are throwing us that curveball, but hey, we're going to pitch that thing and then
some of the
hit it home
curveballs I've been
run.
super into. Y'all were a curveball for fucking sure. Excuse my French.
Yeah, well.
That was not what I saw coming.
But overall, I really appreciate all of us and how we help each other in self-care and how we do our own individual thing. And it's just, it really means a lot to us.
Yeah.
If you guys at home, if you have a own little self-care ritual or something that you do, comment below. We want to know what you guys do.
About your self-care rituals that you're doing
because
right now.
we just shared with you. And with me, that was pretty damn deep for me to share. Just saying.
And I want to just share like one little thing about self-care rituals is, some people have these big elaborate ones where they meditate for 30 minutes and then they do this and then they do, and that's fine, like if that works for you. But self-care rituals can be as small as like what Zeph was talking about, the pour over coffee. It can be as simple as like, I just draw, a card in the morning and have like a simple reading. It can be, it doesn't have to be a big thing. It can be like, I drink my tea out on the porch and that's all it is. So like, don't get caught up in that it has to be this big elaborate thing. It's whatever gives you comfort and fills your soul and gives your soul meaning and connection for that moment in time. And that's it. That's all it is.
It is.
And on that note, so I actually got Zoe into Wim Hof.
Yes, you did.
Yes.
And for those of you who don't know, Wim Hof, also known as the Iceman, he created these, he didn't create breathing techniques. Those have been going on for many, many, many years.
Breathing? I invented that.
if you heard about this new cool thing I'm doing, it's called breathing.
Yep.
But he has his breathing technique, and I know a lot of people when they hear Wim Hof, they hear the Iceman, they think, oh, it's all about the cold. It's all cold. This is just not going to stay in. Sorry. It's just going to be a thing that happens today.
You look amazing. Anyways, folks, stay tuned.
No, I wasn't done. That was in the.
We got some.
She's talking about her Wim Hof.
Yeah. Calm down. It's okay.
I'm just excited. I want to try it. I do want to try it. I'm giving
Jeffrey, we'll see.
It takes a little bit of focus.
Like I was saying, everyone always thinks that it's just the cold, it's just the ice baths, but 90% of it is actually the breathing techniques. And once you've mastered that, you can kind of start to learn how to control your brain in stressful situations, such as cold or any type of stressful situation. And Zoe and I actually went to a workshop that was hosted by one of Wim Hof's instructors. I've taken one of her workshops before. She's an absolutely amazing woman, Shireen, and we went on this little retreat for the weekend, and it was
lovely.
It was absolutely amazing, and Zoe had her first ice bath.
I did. So we'll show the clip of what happened, but I want to explain what happened because I know Zeph was watching it and he was like, okay, so what was actually happening? So what happens
Terror.
is, well, you're dropped in ice and your body is like going, what is going on? And then your brain, it kicks you into like fight or flight. And so your body is reacting as if, your mind is reacting as if, oh my God, you're dying. But you're not, you're fine. And so what the breathing technique does is like the immediate response is to
Gas.
but with the breathing techniques, it retrains you to breathe in a calm, deep space, and then from that space, you kind of move your mind from this fight or flight to this like relaxed state. So you're moving from, I don't want to get too geeky science, but it's like the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic.
Yeah.
There was
a lot of science.
There's a lot of science. It's actually really cool if you look into it. But basically you're moving from this very heightened, I'm about to die state to like, I'm okay, everything's fine, I can handle this. And so what you'll see in the video is I'm thrown into that state and I'm screaming.
The video is priceless.
And I didn't think I was going to. And then I started crying because it was just like, I feel like I could potentially be dying right now. But then what happens is like through the breathing and just sticking with it, it's like everything just switches. And then I'm like, it's not pleasurable, at least not for me. I know there are people that it gets to a blissful state. But you're more experienced than I am. It was my first time.
Oh yeah, my first time was hard. Yeah.
But but it's sort of like, okay, I can handle this. And people have asked like, why on earth would you do that? And all I have to say is that like, when you go through an experience like that and you master it and you're able to like come out, you just feel like the biggest badass on the planet. And it's super empowering. And like, it's this cool thing of knowing that I can do that. I feel like I can do anything. And I'm a big fan of like challenging yourself and doing things that are uncomfortable or doing things that you're not necessarily good at because it helps you grow. And that was one of the most challenging things I've ever done, but also one of the most rewarding things I've ever done.
Well, and also cold therapy has been scientifically proven over many, many, many decades to be extremely good for you, boosting your immune system, decreasing inflammation, helping cardiovascular health, things like that. That's why athletes do it. So yeah, we're gonna show that little 2-minute clip of Zoe mastering the ice and me trying to keep her calm through it.
Because you were so good.
I was so focused on making sure
so
you got
good.
through it, man.
Oh
She's
my
a
gosh,
badass.
I love it.
You're such a badass.
I was like, nope, sorry, you can't get out.
I know. Actually, when she says no to me getting out, because I ask, can I get out? And you can get out, by the way. They will let
I
you out.
wasn't going
But
to.
she was like, nope. That's the point I start screaming.
So stay tuned, check out this video
Enjoy
because
that.
it is priceless, but so like motivational.
So yeah,
I
just
love it.
go to YouTube and also look up Wim Hof. You'll go down a fun rabbit hole for the day and probably come out better for it.
Yep.
So
Yes.
enjoy this video.
Which side do you want, baby? This side?
And then a picture with everyone around you too.
So when we two will go on the ice.
Get it, don't think about it.
Okay.
Ready?
I hate the cold.
We're gonna conquer it today.
We're getting past it.
Ready?
Breathe all the way in and down. Keep going all the way in. You got this. You got it. You got it. Remember to breathe. Remember to breathe. You guys got it.
Totally got this.
You guys got it. Yep, scream if you want to. It's a good time to scream if you want to.
It helps.
You got it. Scream.
Deep breath. Deep breath. Deep in.
It's okay, let it go, let it out. Let all your emotions out. Let all your emotions out. Yeah, it's okay. Let it out. Let it out. Let the emotions out. Let it out. Let the emotions out. Yep, you got it. Yep, you got it.
Can I get out?
No, you gotta stay.
You got it, girl.
That's good. Guys, let it do. Let it do it.
Got it. Let it pass.
Let it do.
Let it pass. Passing now. There it goes.
There you go. There you go. You guys got this. You're stronger than you think you are. Way stronger than you think you are. Don't give in to the voices in your head. Don't let them beat you. You're stronger than you think you are. You got it. You're almost there. You got this.
I'm gonna put my hands under the water, okay?
Almost.
Almost there. Can you smile? Wait.
You're doing it.
You're done. You're done. You're done. Woo!
Oh my god, that's the worst thing ever.
Yeah, girl.
So basically, when you're making a spell jar, there's actually a lot of information that you can find online or in books on what ingredients to use, because different ingredients carry different energetic properties. So today we're going to be using some of those ingredients and we'll talk about them. However, we're also doing an intuitive spell jar, and what that means is you can take a hike just like we did and find items that you're drawn to for whatever reason. And similar to how you might do card readings, you find an item and you feel into its energy and what it represents for you, and you can bring that to your jar or to your spell work and just let it be its special meaning for you.
And today's spell jar is for the Coven.
Yay.
So this is gonna be a lot of fun.
Yes.
I wish we could pass this around to the audience and have them feel it.
it.
It is so
And see
soft
what it
and
is.
fuzzy. It's like a Muppet.
Use my
It's
app.
so
It's
soft.
like a Muppet.
This is a
Oh
Kermit
my
pelt.
God.
So I was drawn to this because it's like everybody said, it's so soft, it's like velvet. And what this makes me feel is just as we move forward in our journeys, to have flexibility and softness and have a soft touch and be to just like as a reminder to be gentle. And what I'm
And
going
to skin a Muppet.
to skin a Muppet gently. I am going to take a piece of it because it's a very large leaf, and I'm just going to put it right there in the jar.
Cool.
And also, if you don't use all your items, because there's no way we're going to use all these items, save it because you can use it for spell work in the future.
Of course,
I'm
put it in
gonna-
your witch
Your witch
cabinet.
box.
with your witch cabinet.
So I actually pulled some moss from the waterfall that we like to swim in. And I actually did look up the meaning of moss for magical purposes, and it's actually used for luck and money and success and growth and things like that, which is really nice. It is an earth elemental herb or a plant that you can use. But for me, because it was behind the waterfall and I pulled it directly from the water, it represents flow and movement. So I think I'm going to put in a little piece of that as well.
I want to pull wheat, and wheat actually.
Wheat.
Yes, and this is something that Zoe picked.
Just put your wheat in there.
Yes.
Put your wheat.
Oh, well, that's something else, kids. But this symbolizes abundance, life, and fertility, and I really do believe that as the changing of the seasons happen and everything, I really think this could be really beneficial to
It's
the
for
Coven.
harvest, yeah.
Yeah, complete harvest and everything, and
Stick it
try
on
to
in there.
manifest that stuff. Get in there. Get in there.
What you got?
And then, so I don't know what these guys are.
They're cool.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but
like
they're
little
amazing.
Weird alien pods.
They are
You're used to
alien
that.
pods. So, like, I picked these for two things. I mean, obviously, these are little seed pods. This is how the plant creates the next generation of itself. And I got this because they're fun. They're fun looking. They made me think of childhood. And also, it's a promise for the future. So I'm going to take some of these.
I like those. I think they're really pretty.
I'm
and
gonna take two because two is my number. Let's do
Yay.
that. And I'm gonna
I have been eagerly anticipating the fall, and I really love this little flower because it is, obviously it's dried out from the sun. It's been in the sun. It's basically soaked up all of the summer energy, and it's lived its life fully. And as things die, I feel like it's important to know that everything has a season and everything has a cycle, and to value the life that it was, and to harvest and reap all of the lessons and the rewards that you received from that, whether it's, a job or a relationship or even just an experience, even just something like our hike. We had the hike and it's done. That time has passed. But we still are reaping, obviously, all of the benefits and gifts from that. So this just symbolizes, a season changing. And
I just gotta say props because that's my craft right there. I love it.
Yeah,
yes,
I love
you.
it. I love it. So
Dead
there
stuff
we go.
means something. Don't throw it away in the trash, guys. Reuse it. It has a purpose. Remember that.
So I'm actually going to put in some rose petals because roses are my favorite. And rose petals symbolize like new beginnings. It can also be, obviously love is a big one for rose petals.
Oh,
right?
entirely.
Yeah, but universal understanding and order, lots of, just balance. And I think that that's really, really good for when you're moving into new goals and new career paths.
Yeah, speaking of love and everything, I really want to use the cinnamon sticks that you
Yeah.
brought because
Those are great for protection too.
These are amazing for protection. Actually, the witch's broomstick I have hanging next to my door is, I have it not over my door because I have other things there, but next to my door. I smell that. It smells wonderful, guys. Yes! But yeah, it's just like, it means a lot of love, lust, and just overall protection. Cinnamon's a very powerful piece to use. So you guys at home, please, this is definitely, even if you don't like cinnamon, trust me, you'd be amazed. And just a dash, a little dash of lavender.
My first experience with practicing magic was I used cinnamon for everything. I put it on my windowsills, I put it for protection, like I used it in all my candle magic. So cinnamon sticks and ground cinnamon is great to utilize. And then
Let's throw that little feather in there.
Yeah, because the Alfather actually symbolizes a lot of wisdom, and not only that, but it's a creature of the night, and since we're on Sealy, it really shows us like the silence and the swiftness of how owls hunt, and
it's about being
also,
able to see in the dark.
Yeah, I do have to say, can we add one thing in there?
Yeah, of course.
Like, I have to add a twist in ferns and bats. Because whatever travels take us, I always want us to have a little thing. And let's just say that right there, that's a craft of,
it's beautiful.
from the 1800s. And it's definitely been beneficial to all of us.
I'm just showing it
Yeah.
Aww.
Isn't that pretty?
There's our
jar.
Ooh, look at that.
Really
And then we'll
pretty.
just bless it with a little blessing oil, and then we'll seal it up.
There we go.
Sound good? Do we want to add any quartz crystals just to kind of...
You know what? Why not?
Right there.
Yeah.
Maybe even a little bit of pink Himalayan salt.
Sure.
So these are crystals from a selenite crystal that I have that sheds a lot. And also Jeffrey has some crystals that cracked. So if you work with crystals and your crystals break, save the little pieces because you can use it again for spell work.
Perfect. All right.
Beautiful.
Good.
This little candle
And just a
off.
little bit more things.
A little more things.
Memory.
We're
and
just
Just a
putting
little
in
more
some
things.
a little flower and
He's just
flowers.
going now. Now he's just going from the heart. We're just doing magic, doing it from the heart. That's the best way to do it.
That's the best
So we're
way.
gonna seal that up, and then we're just gonna place a little white candle on top and just let
Here you
that
go, Fire
wax.
Lady.
And just
That's
let's
your-
just take a minute and just look into the flame and just put all of your intentions into it. Everything that you want out of this spell, out of for the coven, all your intentions and your positive energy.
There we go. Ooh.
So yeah, we'll just let that burn down until the wax is completely covering the top of the jar, and yeah, our spell will be cast.
Yay.
Blessed be, everyone.
Blessed be. And welcome back, everybody! Hello!
We hope you guys enjoyed watching us make a coven spell jar.
Yes, that was fun.
Just for general betterment and positive energy, for good things we have coming up. I know we all are working towards goals right now, so definitely some good energy going into that, good intentions going into the spell jar. Yodi.
Hi, Yodi.
The cult of Yodi calls!
Yodi. But we now have a really special video for you guys. We have one of she's performed for both of you.
Yeah,
and me, so.
actually, we are super excited to introduce you all to Devin Alfather. You probably already know who she is if you're watching this, and if you don't, you are missing out. But that's okay. We will educate you. Devin Alfather is an incredible belly dancer here in Austin, Texas. She also teaches belly dance, but she's not just a belly dancer. She is like a full-blown performer. She has makeup and costume on point. She makes
job
her
is being
costumes.
amazing.
Her job is being amazing, and she excels.
Her focus is at everything.
Her focus, yeah. She's just
She
kind of
is.
a badass,
She
like
is.
all around badass. So,
Literally spellbinding.
She is.
Spellbinding.
She's performed at the Austin Vampire Ball. She's performed at House of Mab.
Yep.
She's performed all over Austin and probably on Beyond.
And
Yes.
beyond.
So we're very excited to have her create something special for ShadowCast Austin, and we hope you guys enjoy it.
So stay tuned.
Bow.
When the storm comes, that silent, still spot of you, where time does a dance of slowing down. When the snow falls, having the power to choose sweet shelter or become it too. In the seed of love, whatever the weather is. In the seed of light, wherever the darkness is, we are still. Each of us particles of light falling down from the heavens to the water, and you know this place. You've dreamt this dream before and treasure it all, or become it too. In the seed of love, whatever the weather is. In the seed of light, wherever the darkness is. When the ravens call through the ashen fire, we must not forget. We will never forget. For the secrets rise from the smoking pyre as they whisper low 'neath the somber cries. Ooh.
ShadowCast Austin, where we got fairy forecast for you.
Woo! We hope you guys enjoyed that video of Devin, and we thank Devin Alfather so much for submitting that for us to
Yes!
Jazz hands.
I love her
Jazz
so
hands.
much. Her work is just like
She's the best.
just
She's amazing.
spellbinding. I
Yeah.
love it. Ah!
Spellbinding.
Well, we hope
Speaking
you guys.
of spells,
Speaking of spells,
it is time
And binding.
fairy forecast.
Fairy forecast.
Stay tuned, folks, because we got a forecast for you.
We got a forecast for you. We hope you guys enjoyed the rest of this episode, and we can't wait to see you guys next week. Be sure to subscribe, and yeah, what are we talking about next week? What are we doing next week?
Surprise.
Sigils.
Sigils. Ooh,
Sigils and
Creating
omens.
sigils.
Sigils and omens.
So
Yep.
we're gonna talk about creating your own power sigils, and
Yeah.
that'll be fun.
and maybe candle magic.
candle magic, maybe we'll
Possibly.
Well, I mean that
We might
goes
dabble
well
a
with
little bit into
sigils
that.
because you can
Yeah.
carve your sigils that you make into the candles.
Oh my gosh, I got a perfect. Yes,
Gramokin.
Gramokin agrees. Sigils it is. Everyone, we really hope you enjoy our show. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay tuned for our fairy forecast. Tell us what that 5th card thinks is about to you. And don't forget to comment below on everything you want with ShadowCast Austin.
Our
Gramokin's
cat is literally attacking a bag right now.
Well, that's how it is.
We love you guys.
We love you guys so
you.
much. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye!
Good lord. Welcome back to Fairy Forecast.
Fairy forecast.
Fairy Forecast.
Here we go. I'm not
Tell
gonna-
us about the deck we're reading from today, Zoe.
This is The Heart of Fairy by Brian Froud.
Brian Froud.
Brian Froud.
Brian Froud.
Brian Froud.
Brian Froud.
And this deck is actually, when we did our show where we were talking about decks, this is the kind one, the one that's very nurturing, and I just felt like, given that we were talking about self-care and all that, it was a good one to go with today.
I love decks.
All right, so I guess I'm going. I love decks. All right, so I guess I'm going first today.
Yes.
So okay, so I pulled Lady of the Forest, and to me, she looks. I mean, she just looks very peaceful and at peace with being in the woods, in the forest, at home with nature. She looks very wise, and for me, that just kind of tells that you kind of need to find your own peace and find what brings you peace and happiness, and maybe try to go back to nature a little bit and find what brings you that comfort and that feeling of home.
Beautiful. I drew the Prince of Light. And the Prince of Light, you can see that there's light emanating from his hands. He's got his hands raised up in a forward momentum. And there in his hands, he's holding an egg. And this basically symbolizes that there is an idea, there is a seed of something that's manifesting for you. So this can be a new venture, this could be a creative project, but there's something that's there in your mind, and Prince of Light is coming to say that it is a really good time now to move forward with it. The seed is there, he's holding the egg, you have the idea, you have the concept. It's not a time for hesitation, it's a time for forward momentum. So just trust that you are being blessed and you are being guided and move forward.
That's awesome. Right. I got the challenge, which really ties into the Prince of Light. So the challenge is wearing a mask, and I think this is really amazing because masks can conceal, but in a way they can also leave bare the truth. And what this card is telling me is that you really, this is a time where you just have to be really, really honest with what's going on and honest with yourself to take on this endeavor that you're bringing on. And you just have to let some false beliefs and false things go, and you just have to be really honest. And you could see that the challenge is staring you down, and this is kind of as if you were staring into a mirror, and you're like, okay, I need to handle this realistically.
Yeah.
I like that. Ooh, the one I grab is the Queen of Hearth and Home. Speaking of mask, it looks like she's taking off a mask. So remember when you get home, guys, this is about that self-care that we were talking about. This is a time to come home and be at your hearth and be the heart of your home. Do something a little bit new around your house. You know, appreciate where you live and who you are and what you're doing in life. Take off that mask. Stop pretending you're somebody else and that you're not. Appreciate yourself. Appreciate the things that are happening around you and just move forward in life and see what happens. In regards to the Queen of the Hearth and Home, she's just here to remind us that everyone is beautiful and that we are loved.
Beautiful.
So the next card is, like we said, it's for you guys and you guys alone. So don't forget to comment below what exactly this card means to you. And let's go ahead and see.
Intuitive card. Ooh.
Here it comes.
And it is the Remembrance. So everyone, what does the Remembrance mean to you? You can see this beautiful fae creature and it's very masculine, very wild energy and forever forest. Just ever blazing through. So everyone, this is your fairy forecast for the evening and we thank you so much for tuning in.
Thank you all. We love you.
See you next time.
Blessings.
Bye.
Bye.